Hey, what's up guys, your boy Nick, and we are back with another video. So for today's video guys, I'm coming at you guys with another haircut tutorial. So we got my boy Isaiah in the chair, and we're gonna hit him with a crispy fade, and then also we're gonna be cleaning up his beard too as well. Now the objective of this video today guys is just give you some tips on how to speed up your cuts, because you know the faster your cuts, that means more money in your pocket. So let's go ahead and get it guys. Alright guys, now like always, you want to start by combing out your client's hair, and then we're going to go ahead and set our first guideline. Now we're going to wrap this all the way around his head, and this is going to be about a mid to a low ball fade. So we're going to drop it a little bit in the back to contour with his head, and like I said, we're going to run it all the way around his head. And before we get too far in the video, if you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you're returning, welcome back. Go ahead and hit that like button, and yeah guys, I appreciate you guys for rocking with your boy. Now this is going to be a pretty simple cut. I think I only use 3 guards in this haircut, so this should only take you guys about 30 to 45 minutes maximum. Now me and my boy Isaiah, every time he comes through, we like to have good conversations. As you guys can see in the video, we're going to be talking this whole time, but at the maximum this should take about 30 to 45 minutes. So now I'm going to set my second guideline with my wall magic clips, and I'm going to do this about a ½ inch to an inch wide, and I'm going to run this all the way around his head. Now guys, you want to make sure these guidelines are as clean as possible. The cleaner your guidelines, the cleaner that your fade comes out. So now I have my number 1 guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm going to go ahead and set my third guideline and making sure to keep it as clean as possible, and I'm going to run this all the way around his head. So now I have my 1½ guard on my clipper with the lever all the way open. So this is going to be the last guard that I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the rest of this bulk at the top of this haircut. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm making sure to flick out at the top, making sure I don't cut any of his longer hair that's put up in that bun. So I closed up my lever, and I'm just going to go ahead and soften up this bulk a little bit. So now that all my guidelines are set, normally I would go ahead and start to attack this fade, but for some reason I just decided to go ahead and start to fade out his beard. Now I'm going to start with the number 2 guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm just going to work my way down to the 1½ guard, to the 1 guard, to the ½ guard, to the clipper all the way open until this line is completely faded out. So now that his beard is completely faded out, I'm going to go ahead and start my fading process. So I have my 1½ guard on my clipper with the lever all the way closed, and I'm going to go ahead and start to attack this bulk at the bottom of this guideline. Now on a regular day, I would do this all the way around the head. This helps save me time, so I don't have to go back and keep on picking up the same guard over and over. But for tutorial purposes, I'm just going to work on this side of the head right now. So I went ahead and skipped the number 1 guard and went straight to my ½ guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm going to go ahead and start to soften up this line that I set with the 1 guard all the way open. And as you guys can see, I'm opening and closing the lever as need be. And as long as you don't go above where you set that guideline with your one open, you don't have to worry about raising the fade. Now, once I'm finished with the fade, I might come back with my one guard and detail a little bit. It just all depends on the hair texture. I think on this cut, I did come back with the one open and just kind of softened up a little bit of that bulk was left behind from the 1.5 guard. Alright guys, so now I have my clipper with no guard lever all the way open, and I'm going to continue to down fade until this line is taken out. Now guys, you want to go ahead and run through your process and save the detailing to the end. That was one thing that always slowed me down. I like to detail in the middle of the cut, and I would take forever and I would run out of time before I was completely done with the cut. So I like to run through my process and then go ahead and detail with the time remaining at the end of the cut. And as you guys can see, the top of this fade still looked a little bit bulky, so I'm gonna come back with that one guard lever all the way open, and I'm gonna play with that lever and soften up this bulk as much as possible. So now I'm using the corner of my T outliners to take out any line that may have been left behind when I set my first bald guideline. So now for this side, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing, but I'm going to go ahead and start with my half guard lever all the way open, since I already used my 1.5 guard with the lever closed to soften up the bulk at the top. And I also went ahead and faded out his beard too as well. And as you guys can see right here, I'm using the corner of this blade. As long as you use the corner or the last 3 teeth of that blade, you don't have to worry about setting another line. Alright, so now for his edge up, it's pretty simple since he doesn't get a line across the front. So I'm going to start with the C cup, and I'm going to keep it as natural as possible. Now I know sometimes guys, you like to take it back a little bit to get it as crispy as you can, but you want to keep it natural because in a couple days, once that hair starts to grow back in, it's going to look crazy. So you want to keep it natural but sharp, and I'm sure your clients will really appreciate it. So just like on the other side, I'm going to come back with that one guard lever all the way open and start to soften up this bulk at the top of this fade. So now I'm going to start to knock down his mustache. Normally I would just use a 1.5 guard to knock down someone's mustache, but I'm just going to use the comb because I feel like it helps me control how much hair I'm taking off. So I face him towards the mirror, and now I'm just using my comb as a guide to help shape up his beard a little bit. So now for the razor, I'm just gonna go ahead and stretch his skin out and hold that razor at a 45-degree angle and use smooth, consistent strokes. Now, as long as you guys stretch that skin out, you don't have to worry about nicking or cutting any of your clients. Alright guys, so here's the before, and I'm not gonna lie guys, my boy was looking a little rough. And here's the after. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said in the beginning, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you found some value in this video, go ahead and hit that like button too as well. And until next time guys, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.